Hello, welcome back. We are done with our sanding and our wood filling. Those were some nice smooth hole sounds. I wish you could feel it. It feels very satisfying. So yesterday I sanded down the other side of the hull. Here's me brushing off a bunch of material from the sanding, and I used wood filler to cover up the gaps. I could have passed on the wood filler potentially, but there were some small steps in between planks, and I just wanted a completely smooth shape to the hull that will really help out with the second layer of planking, which is very thin veneer. Any imperfections in the first layer are going to be compounded once the second layer gets put on. I tried using a paper towel at first, but it just wasn't working out too well. It wasn't really filling in the gaps. I was just kind of smearing it on. If it looks like I'm ruining the hull, I kind of am, at least visually, but it's all for the purpose of making a good surface. It does hurt a little bit because, you know, this is 49 hours of work that went into this first layer of planking, and I'm kind of smearing this material on it. It makes it not look as nice as it did a couple days ago, but it'll be covered up by planks anyway and look all the better for it. So a paper towel didn't work. I switched to using a small plank so that I could use it kind of like a spatula when you spackle a wall, and make a nice even surface to fill in the gaps, and this seemed to work quite well. I knew it would. I did this with wood filler in my last build. I had just forgotten, so it's good to remember those things and kind of slow down. The thing about this wood filler, it requires a full night to dry out so you can sand it down again. So I did this yesterday, and then today I sanded it down to create that nice smooth surface that you saw at the beginning of the video. This particular wood filler, I can only use it for a couple seconds before it gets too hard to work with. It starts drying out, as you can see here. It just will not come off the spatula in a way that I'd like it to. I can't help myself from panicking while I do these timed things like with wood filler or with glue sometimes. I do have to sometimes remind myself to slow things down, and that'll often work way better than panicking my way through it. But we got there in the end, and you saw the result at the beginning of the video with that very smooth hole. I wish you could feel it. It is super satisfying to run your hand along it. And that's it for today. Here's where we are.